Kurumjari Mayambu. Today I would like to present FAQ why Meetei should be included in the scheduled tribes list of the Indian Constitution. Question number 1. What do you mean by scheduled tribes? The term scheduled tribes first appeared in the Constitution of India. Article 366, Clause 25 defines scheduled tribes as such tribes or tribal communities or parts of or groups within such tribes or tribal communities as are deemed under Article 342 to be scheduled tribes for the purposes of this Constitution. Question number 2. Why are tribes called scheduled tribes? Tribals in India consist of various groups distributed unevenly across the country, and some among them are referred to as scheduled tribes. This is because the name of those tribes are contained in the Schedule 5th and 6th of the Constitution, and provisions are applicable to those particular groups only. Moving on, question number 3. Why are scheduled tribes important? Article 46 of the Constitution provides that the state shall promote with special care the educational and economic interests of the weaker sections of the society, and in particular of the scheduled castes and scheduled tribes, and shall protect them from social injustice and all forms of exploitation. Question number 4. Why are scheduled tribes are given reservation? The object of reservation for the scheduled tribes is to bring them into the mainstream of national life, while the objective in respect of the backward classes is to remove their social and educational handicaps. Question number 5. How reservation benefits ST? Protective laws such as the Protection of Civil Rights Act 1955 and Scheduled Tribes Act 1989. While the protective laws are meant to protect these communities from all forms of injustice and exploitation, the reservation policy is to ensure representation of the SCs and STs not only in lawmaking bodies but also in bureaucracy and in government-funded institutions and public sector units. Question number 6. Which state does not have scheduled tribe? Lakshadweep, Mizoram, Nagaland, Meghalaya, Arunachal Pradesh, Dadra and Nagar Haveli are predominantly tribal states or union territories where scheduled tribes population constitutes more than 60% of their total population. No scheduled tribes is notified in Punjab, Chandigarh, Haryana, Delhi and Pondicherry. Question number 7. Why Meetei should be included in ST list of the Indian Constitution? Meetei should be included in ST list of the Indian Constitution for the following reasons. A. Meetei fulfill all the criteria of being ST as given by authority. B. Majority of Meetei community live in hand-to-mouth economy. C. Among the indigenous communities in the northeast, Meetei are one of the smallest community. Meetei are smaller than Naga, Khongjai, Tai Ahom, etc. D. The area of the state of Manipur is 22,327 square kilometers. Meetei can own and live only in approximately 2,000 square kilometers, which is less than 10% of the total area of the state. The remaining 90% of the land area of the state of Manipur is beyond the reach of the Meetei community, and land law of Manipur bar Meetei community to buy and own land. Hence, Meetei are not rightful citizens in the state of Manipur, which indeed is their own home state. This is the reality. Question number 8. Whether the Meetei fulfill all the criteria of ST that can be enlisted under Article 342? Meetei fulfills all the criteria, and therefore Meetei should be included in the ST list. A. Indications of primitive traits. Meetei is one of the tribes in northeast India and Manipur. Though the majority of Meetei embraces Vaishnavism cult, they do not give up the age-old traditions and practices of animism. B. Distinctive culture and language. Culturally and socially, Meetei are distinct and still follow the age-old cultures and practices of animism besides practices of Vaishnavism cult. Meitei Lol belongs to the Tibeto-Burman group of languages. C. Historical and geographical isolation. Meitei community was isolated and not connected to mainland India in the past. The land where the Meitei community lives were cut off by different mountain ranges from mainland India. D. Shyness of contact with the community at large. Meitei community is a closed society. They do not mix up with the other communities socially and culturally, especially with the larger Indian society, as there is language barrier and also there is a marked difference in social cultural ethos. In regards to food habits, there is accurate dissimilarity. And now, with a small population of hardly 17 lakhs in India, approximately 14 lakhs and 2 lakhs in Manipur and Assam respectively, and the rest in other northeast states and other cities of India, Meitei feel quite awkward socially and culturally. E. Social, economic and educational backwardness. Meitei society follows and practices both the cult of Vaishnavism and animism. Even the Meitei Vaishnavites practice age-old practices of animism along with the cult of Vaishnavism even in this 21st century. Meitei come in direct contact with God through our practice of animism, for example, Lai Harawa, Sharai Khangba, which are part of the Meitei society till today. With 32.59% of population are living under the below poverty line and per capita income of rupees 70,000 only, the community is among the poorest community in India. Literacy rate is 79% but drastically low in the higher education due to economical backwardness. Question number 9. What are the strategies to be taken up? WMC will pursue our rightful claim by all democratic means. Question number 10. How can I join the cause or involve in the movement? As the movement is a matter of survival and protection, a right-thinking Meitei should first enroll his or her name in any WMC state or country unit of WMC where he or she lives or belongs to the state or country where he resides. You may follow Facebook, Twitter and YouTube of the World Meitei Convention.